Can we see okay? Yeah, I'm going to have to deal with whatever you see. Whatever happens. It's a live stream. Nobody planned it. But when you're living around entitled narcissists, you can't plan everything, can you? When they want something and they want to abuse, you don't really have a chance, do you? So we're going to make, well, not a video. We're going to have a live stream. Yeah, as you can see, I don't care anymore. What do you want to judge? Go for it. Do you understand? You are nothing. We're talking about entitlement. When you call people a narcissist, what do you think is going to happen to you? I started the business, a narcissistic abuse recovery life coach, in 2019, in March. We are now in 2025. I live in Malton, Mississauga, Ontario, in Canada. And entitlement. When people think they're entitled to things, like free videos. Do you have a narcissistic abuse recovery life coach somewhere? And how much do you pay them? For what? An hour session? Entitlement is thinking somebody owes you narcissistic abuse recovery for free, while psychologists are making how much by the hour? Psychiatrists are making how much by the hour? You are entitled to what? Let's talk about work. Normal people get jobs, right? You get a full-time job or part-time job and you make a salary and then you get a weekly paycheck. And then what do you do with the weekly paycheck? You pay your rent, you buy food, you pay your bills. Then what do you do? Do you have a credit card? Entitlement and financial abuse kind of go together, right? If you're living with a narcissist who wants control of all of the money. That's entitlement, right? They feel entitled. Chances are it's their house, they pay the bills, they have control of their bank account. If you get a paycheck, what happens to it? I have 6 years of information to correct in Canada. Because? Because? In 2025, why are you calling me a narcissist and leaving comments all over my social media? If you knew me as a life coach, explain why I have to explain because. Where did you hear the word narcissist? What year? So who taught you about narcissistic abuse and NPD, narcissistic personality disorder? Live streams on YouTube are different from live streams on Twitch. Every time I try to make videos, you keep jumping onto them and leaving all kinds of comments and remarks and nasty things. Real victims are actually trying to get through. You keep stopping me from making videos. Why? Why don't you want people to have the information? If narcissistic abuse is abuse, why wouldn't you want to stop abuse? You're sitting here comparing my videos to what? We went over. I was a lifelong victim of narcissistic abuse when I opened the business. What degree are you supposed to have to be a narcissistic abuse recovery life coach? If a victim has experience, all their life they've experienced it, who's supposed to open the business to help other people? You wasted 6 years in Canada confusing people with America calling the word toxic. Today, do you know the difference between toxic and narcissist? Narcissistic personality disorder? I live in Canada. Narcissistic abuse is worldwide. For the past 6 years, everybody on the face of the earth has videos on narcissist. There has been trial after trial, story after story, worldwide. Where are you paying attention to it? What are you calling it? The word empathy is everywhere. The word self-control, mental health. If which one? You were an actual victim of a narcissist? How did you get money? Did you have money for clothes and makeup? If you wanted to start a YouTube channel, did you have a computer somewhere to start it? A phone? Did you get a job? How would you get a job? Did your narcissist let you work? There have been lots of people asking why I don't use the video. But as you can see from the comments, when you're with a narcissist who humiliates you based on your looks, you don't like pictures, right? After a relationship with them. So not in any world did I ever think I would make a YouTube channel. Do you understand that one? Videos, public videos, much more for I hated pictures. Nobody wants to take pictures after somebody tells you everything on the face of the earth about your looks, right? And insults them. So, after I started the business, after 6 years, I started this YouTube channel because I had to. I was homeless in Bramalea, sitting in a park when I recorded the video. And then I went into the library to use their internet to upload it. I didn't plan on ever having a YouTube channel or showing people pictures of my face, much less not dressed up, not having makeup. Do you think that was my choice? As soon as I wake up in the morning to make videos to tell you to stop? Do you think if I had the choice to make videos, I wouldn't have done it all dressed up and with makeup on, with my hair done? Do you understand how ridiculous you are leaving comments for strangers when you have no idea what they've been through? You've never even heard the word narcissist, but you have an opinion, and then you expect them not to say nothing to you when you're completely normal, completely capable of working, and you're actually helping these abusers to silence victims. This one is YouTube, so it'll be on YouTube. Twitch streams are live streams. I can't record them and keep them. At least YouTube, they'll be on YouTube for you to see. My point? Where are you? For 6 years. What was going on? With court and trials. Narcissistic abuse. Where did you hear the word narcissist? How do you know it? Why are you here? On anybody's channel. Learning about the word narcissist. Sure. Let's keep. Do you understand if you have a perfectionist thing, that's a narcissist? A narcissist has perfectionism. So you sitting on my live stream telling me about doing things perfectly tells me you're not a victim. Do you understand a narcissist likes control of people and everything? So if your parent was a narcissist and they like control, they didn't want you to learn any skills, right? Because they like control. They like to keep control of you. As I was going over before, yeah, like your food and your clothing. How did you get it if it was your parent? They bought it for you until what age? Did they cook for you? Until what age? Maybe some people don't realize this. They never taught you cooking skills because they wanted to keep you coming back to them for food. Doesn't matter how old you are. It's if it's true or not. Man. Let's go over COVID. If you couldn't leave your house, that means what? You just wore the clothes you had, right? Did you go to work? Some people stayed home. Some people couldn't go to work. Some people could go to work. So what did you cut back on when you knew you couldn't go back to work? Did you think about saving money? Or did you just normally do what you normally do because you thought, oh, don't worry, it'll be over soon? Did you stock up on things like food? Nobody knew how long it was going to last, right? Then we got into masks when you wore the mask and you were able to go out. There's a whole lot of things to go over with COVID, right? If nobody went outside, it wouldn't have spread. If people had listened and just stayed inside, they would have contained it and it wouldn't have spread, and so many people wouldn't have ended up in bad situations. It wouldn't have kept going on so long if people listened. So, back to today, 2025. The long-term effects of everything, everywhere, on everyone. Why you're accusing people. Why you're gaslighting people. That's common now, gaslighting people. That's an everyday thing now. Gaslighting them and using it for your own advantage. If Let's take today. What time is it? It's almost 7 o'clock p.m. on a Saturday. If you're a victim of narcissistic abuse, what do you usually do? Are you a parent? So you take care of your kid all day? Are you just a girlfriend or boyfriend? A spouse? So what do you do on the weekends? Are you with the person usually? We don't know how many people have been affected, right? Until we get a sense of who knows what. And so far, there's a lot of confused people running around, very angry and accusing people of doing things when they don't even know what the topic is they're accusing them of. People are talking about coercive control, and they have no idea. Empathy and sympathy, then mental health, anxiety and depression. Then you're going into disorders. Then you're going into medication. How do you think Malton heard the word? Where do you think it came from in Peel region, or in Canada, or Ontario even? From what TV? Do you think America? TV shows? YouTube? If you had to guess, how long ago did you hear the word narcissist? Have you ever heard the word NPD, narcissistic personality disorder? There are discussions in Malton about mental health. So we were going over what mental health issues people have. During COVID was lots of depression, right? Anxiety, worry about money. So what other mental health issues are there? We went over a mental health disorder, right? What is a disorder? It's when things are out of order. So if it's your mental health, that's your mind, right? Your brain, whichever you're thinking, whatever you want to call it. So if it's a disorder, something is wrong, right? Something is out of order. 6 years, it depends where I was. I was in Cothra Shelter. That was Canadian Mental Health Association. Service upon service, the Safe Center of Peel, all of them. The common thing with what? Homelessness? Okay, why are they teaching empathy? There were courses in empathy. The school is teaching empathy. There are all kinds of people telling people about empathy. Where did the word empathy come from? Do you know what it means? Okay, another quick one. What are emotions? Is happy an emotion? Is sad an emotion? Is angry an emotion? We were going over emotional regulation. Some were children, some were teenagers. So I was trying to explain happy, sad, angry are normal emotions that you're supposed to have, right? Everybody gets sad, everybody gets angry, everybody is happy. Those are normal emotions. So that's a lot of years of confusion, right? If we're talking about Canadian Mental Health Association, that's who everybody uses in Canada, right? For mental health. How do you access them? Who do you talk to if you call them? How do you pay for it if you call them and talk to somebody? My job is narcissistic abuse recovery life coach. I help victims who are trapped with a narcissist to get their freedom and get their own life back so they're not controlled by them anymore, so they can learn that they don't need to be controlled, that it's abuse. If you're being manipulated in a relationship, you don't know that until somebody tells you, right? This is abuse. They're manipulating you and shows it to you. Chances are you still don't believe it, right? Because that's your parent or your spouse. Who would believe that? This is my mother. She's not manipulating me. She's not abusing me. What are you talking about? That's the first reaction, right? Who would ever believe that? Until you understand and you learn the information about narcissistic abuse, right? Then you know for sure. Okay, that is what she does. That is what he does. I've seen 20 times, 20 different signs. That is what they do. Then you decide for yourself, right? What your next steps are. If you're married to them, if you have kids with them, if it's a boyfriend or girlfriend, you have different options. You don't have the same option, do you? Everyone has different options when they find out. What you do with those options is a different story. How long it takes you is a different story. I'm going to continue trying to make as many videos as I can to catch up. Now that I'm actually, well, I wouldn't say comfortable because I was forced. So there is no such thing as comfort when you don't care anymore. You laugh. But if I told you to make a YouTube channel, do you think you would just get up in the morning and go record yourself and post it for the whole world? I highly doubt that. So back to don't judge, right? Yeah, for future people who haven't been affected yet, who haven't experienced what it's like, so they don't have to go through the recovery of being with someone who has no feelings and who treats you like you're not a person, like you don't exist. Amy Sukarin, Narcissistic Abuse Recovery Life Coach, just in case. On YouTube, you can type in Amy's Regal Life. On Twitch, it's the same thing, Amy's Regal Life. On Facebook, Amy's Regal Life. The next live stream, I'll probably post ahead and invite people to join in. But this one was mainly for information to put up on YouTube. Because when I was doing the last live streams, people were disrupting me. So hopefully this one, I can just put up and leave as a starting point for actual information on narcissistic abuse. I'm going to end here for now, but thanks for watching. Thanks for joining in. If you've ever been on my social media, 6 years is a long time. Till the next time, enjoy your day.